What's up, everybody? Good to see you this evening. Hope everyone's doing well. Oh. Sorry, a little bit late. That keeps happening, but ever since Twitch, I don't know, they made some changes and screwed with some stuff. And, yeah. Takes more adjusting and tuning stuff to get everything working properly than it should right now. My mic position should be a little bit better because my mic stand, I worked on it and fixed something. And yeah, just let me know how everything looks. If anything sounds or weird, sounds weird, looks weird, whatever, I'll do what I can about it. But we're gonna have some fun and play a little FTL tonight. So yeah, we'll just do some random ships. We'll have some good times, and yeah, we'll go from there. Good to see all of you. What's up, Marcus, Ninja Zombie, XCOM JJ, what's going on? Hey, Sankey, good to see you. Got some people lined up for the first ship. So let's not delay, and let's have some fun with some FTL. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is for you, wherever you are. Ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else, thanks for being here. I'm The Voice, and this is The Echo, where everybody has a voice. That means me, you, our games, our characters, our stories, our heroes and villains, successes and failures, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the wins, and the losses in all things sci-fi and fantasy, particularly and especially gaming. This is a place where we come together to enjoy those things alongside challenging gameplay in a chill environment as part of an awesome community of amazing people. That's each and every one of you. Whether it's your first time here, whether you're a long-time regular, whether you're a lurker or a chatter, whether you recently returned to the stream, stumbled in by accident, got here through a raid one day, found us on YouTube, are tuning in live on the YouTube side, or don't even know how you got here. The time you guys choose to spend here is awesome and amazing and extremely valuable to me, so thank you very much for that. Excuse me, and thank you for all the ways you guys choose to support the stream, the channel, the community, and me, and give me the continued opportunity to create this space, curate this experience, and share some good times, good vibes, and good games with a great group of awesome people. Today is Tuesday. We're kicking off my streaming week, hanging out with you guys, playing good games, having good times, sharing good vibes. We're going to be playing some FTL tonight, random ships, always on hard difficulty, always with advanced edition enabled these days. We're just going to hit random, whatever ship it gives us, we're going to give it a shot, see if we can get a win, so let's jump over and have some fun. And I don't have my gaming skins on today because I'm put them in with the laundry and they didn't dry enough in time, because I don't want to put them through the dryer itself, because the wrist guard connection, I think, can get worn loose, and the stitching isn't really made for that kind of high heat, so yeah. All right. Kestrel C. Okay. I'm up for that. All right. Jat, Sankey, and Mags. Look at that. Mags. That's right. All right. You stay height. Let's go. Alright. Interesting ship. Starts with a good weapon in dual lasers. Ion Stunner is kind of meh, but starts with a single Lanius crew and a clone bay. So it's, I would say, a middle-powered ship. It's not one of the strongest starts, but it's not one of the weakest. Dual lasers is good, but you do have to get something else first. Look at that connection. There's all this gap here. So you have to come through this to the exit. And they're in the same band. So you gotta make sure you don't get yourself stuck there. I'll probably just go through the middle here and then up and over, because this is kind of isolated down here. Yeah, look at that. Like, all that's isolated jumps. So we'll come up, explore these jumps, and then come over and through the exit. Okay, they have a missile launcher, which is not fun, but... and they hit weapons right away, which makes sense. It's the only, or it's the major threat to them, but we got the hit, and we should get this before they fire again, as long as we hit at least once. Very nice. Hope everyone had a good weekend from the last, well, at least the rest of your weekend. My weekend is kind of Sunday, Monday, because I see you guys Saturday, so I hope that Sunday and Monday were good to you all. They were okay to me. Yeah, no connection up. Okay. Olsen, you're the next up if we get another crew. When? We better get another crew. Double fire. They have a rock, so the fire's not like the worst thing, but you can see that it just kept that down, so. I think it's a pirate ship that's like been reclaimed. It's Kestrel Sea, so. Okay. Attack the rebels. Same thing. Just every one of them's got a missile launcher so far. Okay, that was good. Let's focus that shield. He double fired. Wow. They're running. That's 2 ships in a row that have had a missile launcher and a buffer power and shields. This is gonna fire because I was firing to shields. It's only a Lato, thankfully. Wow, we dodged that. Really not firing these in good order. I should be firing the Ion Stunner first because it can take down the shield, but double fire's good. They're not going to get that back up anytime soon. He's double fired 3 times this fight. Thankfully, we dodged 2 of them. Not too much damage. Oh, and then we take damage because try to steal the civvy supplies. What are you gonna do? You gotta try. This is fight for survival. Put the fire out. Just open the door next to you. It'll go out. Oh, seriously? That spreads before he can take it down 1 tick? Come on. And... Alright, I'm annoyed. That's so dumb. Hey. Store? Store's not ideal, but I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. There might be something worth picking up or swapping for in this store, so. Okay. There isn't. That is just absolute garbage. Well, so hacking and cloaking are obviously not garbage. I can't afford them, thus they're garbage. That's how I think about it. Another missile launcher. Every ship we fought has had a missile launcher. Uh-huh. Go out already, fire. Dang. It won't take the missile down anyway. It'll just take this down. With a repair bot and an Engie, we can't keep equipment or systems down on their ship. Like, it's impossible. We've dodged a few, so it's not like I haven't been getting some degree of good fortune, but it certainly doesn't feel that way when they dodge everything. And how many times are they going to start double fires with missiles? This is the third time. We're like halfway through Sector 1. We've had 3 separate missiles start double fires already. We're not even halfway through Sector 1. You'd think this thing had 70% evasion. It's dodged both of our shots from our dual laser on 3 or 4 different volleys just in this fight. Yeah, you know a fight went too damn long when they run out of missiles, and it wasn't because you had a defense drone. Wow, for 7 scrap. Well, that was worth it. So bad. Seriously, I want their weapons. What is this? Okay. Should have bought my second shield bubble, but I didn't, so. Good. I'll take this jump because then I'll know if there's a store there, and then I can shop, or I can put money into the ship if there's not. That's worth the bribe. Just the value there. Even if I'm not going to use the drone. Okay. This is a training opportunity. This is the fastest training opportunity in the game. And we hit it in Sector 1, so... Well, you guys know the drill at this point. And it's just too good not to take the training here, so... Double heavy lasers, when you're training on two, you want two things shooting at you. Double heavy laser is the fastest. Let's try a... We're on Ascension 4 with the Silent. Let's give it a go. Normal enemies drop an additional card reward. That's good to get early. I just have to make sure I don't bloat the deck improperly. Store's there. Elite, elite, elite. Left side has 2 elites in a store and a lot of camp opportunities. If I come through here, I can get store, elite, store, rest, elite. Store, rest. I'm going to go full left side. And we're also able to train our weapon here because we have the ion stunner firing, so. Want to protect my health early. Want to silence bigger weaknesses before you get some cards, as they just take health damage and can't do anything about it. And tend to take more damage, in my experience. Have a harder time with some of the earlier fights in Act 1. Especially elites. And I started 7 health down, but it gave me what I think is a pretty good relic to get. So, and of course he's buffing himself. So even if I blocked everything, I'd still be taking 1 damage. So I might as well do some damage, but 4 strength. Where was this last turn? Neutralize. Not terrible. Maybe terror? I like dodge and roll. And I think I'll take a terror. Yeah, Olsen, that's a straight downgrade, huh? That's fun. Evasion's training very quickly. Piloting's almost done. Engines is getting there, and weapons is training pretty quickly. I was weakened, and I wasn't paying attention to it. That's what I get for trying to do 2 games at once. Okay. Cloak and Dagger or Flying Knee. Reflex I haven't worked with enough. Maybe it's one I should look at more. It's in both of the choices. Let's give it a go. I do get a rest fairly soon. I'm low on health, but, it's early in the run, so I have options. Not super worth it right now. I did get neutralized. That might actually make it super worth it right now. Block all but 1 damage, and I've got energy next turn. Oh, yeah, because it is the beginning of each combat. Yeah, you're right. So it's just a straight lateral to the same effect. Glad I had that extra energy that turn. It was so useful. I need an ice cream cone so I can get the extra energy and then just send it forward when my hand sucks. Blade Dance could go towards shivving. Acrobatics is good draw. Another reflex. Ah. Am I shivving? Not very good for me. I'll rest here because I worked my health low through various bad interactions that I voluntarily took. Ugh. I get Blade Dance and Flying Knee in my hand. And Terror. This is one of the hardest fights, I think, for Silent in Act 1. Because it just does so much damage. Neutralize is nice. Not perfect, but... Terror is going to be the only reason we probably get through this without dying. Alright, we are almost fully trained on weapons. Evasion is fully trained, so we'll finish this act. And we'll get back to fiddling. So, I get 2 card choices per fight. Whenever adding cards to your deck, you may raise your HP by 2 instead. Okay, but it's Blade Dance here. Okay. Let me get Terror. Didn't get Terror. Weapons just skilled all the way up. Nice. It's going to make him stronger, but it's going to give me actual attacks. And I am going to block. Only take 3 damage. Okay. Need some of the relics that support shivs at this point. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I don't really want to make him stronger, but... yeah. Oof. I'm dead next turn if I can't... yeah, that's it. So... too much health damage, even though I rested twice coming in. Womp womp. Cool. All right. So yeah, fully trained on evasion now, and fully trained on weapons. So, worth a little bit of time. For sure. They dead as hell. Oh, I should have fired it sooner. Stunned him when the fire was up. I'll take a crew here. I would make him the pilot if I hadn't just fully trained the pilot. Olsen. Dust Rockman. Oh no, that'll get me out of here faster. How many double fires, game? Hey, Sierra, good to see you. 10 stream watch streak. That's absolutely awesome. Thank you for tuning in so frequently. Hardly feel I deserve that. And I haven't this year. We're getting back to that, or at least we're trying. Stop having freaking encoding issues every time I go live. Not really worth anything. I'm gonna go pirate controlled now because I like the more potential greens after. Well, I'm stuck into that one, but yeah. The bottom doesn't look as hospitable. I'm gonna gamble here. Nope, not that. That. I'm gonna go through these nebulars. Manually search the wreckage. Oh, come on. Give him the old suffocation samba, as Lethal Brad would call it. Where you guys going? You ain't going nowhere. Have your pilot carefully explore the debris. Nope, no ion. Womp womp. I'm not going up there because it isolates. I want to see more of the sector. We're a little bit low on hull and a little bit low on cash. They can't hurt me if I still needed training, which he's not trained in shields. Am I training a second time just for shields? This would go very fast, though. All I have to do is turn off my engines. And this will train very quickly. Yeah, that's a good point. You're basically removing it from coming up in favor of, you know, getting it out of the way early. Look, I'm gonna train shields here, guys. This run, I feel like, needs the... It's gonna go all the way, but it's gonna take some of that babysitting. This is the type of run that takes a little babysitting. I'm gonna just put Slay the Spire in the background and just keep it muted so I don't have to start it up every time. It'll train shields very quickly. Let's try Silent again. I can maybe get to that elite. Go around this one. The only way I'm going to see a store is one of these two. I'm still not going to see a store early. See if we can get to the boss with, or one of the elites, rather. With hitting him with 1 HP or... See if we can make poison happen. I'm going to take the damage over this because I feel like that's going to help me more in a fight where I just need to get rid of something. Just stole my chance at an elite with 1 HP. Dude, game. Fine. This game is trolling me. Yeah, Shields is almost through its first bar already. I was stubborn there. What do you want me to say? This is going to get rid of their artifacts, but... And it weakens them, I suppose. Because the poison hits the artifact, and then the weakened hits them. What's up, Saline? Tough bandages gave me the extra block there, so okay. Okay, he's starting that second bar of shields. I don't want to take any more damage, so. Okay. Ugh. It's not a good draw. Not even a little bit. I'm gonna just get that out of my deck so that it stops cycling through, but dang. I thought it was gonna hit him 3 times because that would just make the most sense. Go down to 14 health because the game's a troll. Almost done with shields. He's about halfway through the second bar. Okay. And another fire potion. And, none of that. No. Not even outmaneuver. I want to dig, but I have 14 health, so I don't really have a choice. Especially if I want to fight those other elites, which is probably still a bad idea. But I'm gonna do it. Unless this, like, really hurts my health, which it very well could, but... Let's just not let him hurt our health. Double accuracy is really nice, but I don't have any shivs yet, so I think I have to take the shiv for the accuracy I already have. Should say shiv generation. Okay. So I can rest elite, but then there's no elite or store behind him. Or I can elite, but then I don't rest till here, and I only have 35 health. I guess I'm going this way. And I'm not even going to rest. I'm going to dig. Interesting. Uh-huh. So, whenever you receive 5 or less unblocked damage, I'm blocking for 5, this makes this 10, which means I take 5, which reduces to 1. So actually buffing him there made me take less on that particular attack. The only problem is all that damage. Chance I don't kill him next turn and then I'm dead. I wasn't going to use the cultist potion against this guy. So, and maybe I pay for that. Oh, I do have a shiv guaranteed. So all I had to do was draw one of the strikes. Crippling Cloud would have also done it, I guess. Fuck it, we ball. Now the only problem is I gotta get to this on my 7 health. Alright, shields are fully trained. That's a lot of damage. Neutralize. Should have kept the strike and discarded to defend. Gotta slow it down. He's gonna debuff me to where I can't attack next turn, and I'm gonna die. Should have gone with Crippling Cloud. Okay, Okay, he's not attacking, though. And he didn't debuff me in the way that I thought he was going to. Maybe I'll get a little lucky. I'm not gonna say I am, because now I'm debuffed. Now I can draw some defends, though. Okay. It's not ideal, but I don't have any other defense in my hand, so... We lived. Barely. Block potion might get me there. Another accuracy. No fight. No fight, no fight, no fight. I can't do that! No! Heal. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. I want to dig, but 6 health. Well, I'm getting a shiv every turn, and I'm getting stronger every turn. So if I can survive... Can't mode shift him, even with the poison tick. It's close. I might have been able to if I didn't defend myself and just aggressed instead. That's gonna suck. Still better to do that. Get the poison. Oh, come on. I mean, at least that's there. It's too much damage to not do it, but I don't want to take more. I'm alive. By much. If he's doing a 5x4, yeah. We'll neutralize. Okay. Oh, the poison pushed him right back over. I'm not sure that's better, though. At least that's there. Next turn, he's going to be attacking twice, 8x2. That's it. I survived with 1 health because the poison... I didn't need to take the last hit. The poison would have killed him. I wasn't paying attention to how much I actually needed to do. I just figured it wasn't going to work. I guess doppelganger. All right. We might continue that run later. We'll see what the treasure is at that point. So, fully trained shields now. Still aren't accurate. No. know. How did they offer me surrender? They're both stunned. How did they get to the comms to be like, we surrender? Okay. Oof. 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 Why? Why you gotta do this, man? Double fire. Again. Ow. At least the fire's not hurting me. If that... yeah. What both the games I'm running right now? Why I gotta be living on the edge of the low health? We want our shields to be up before we jump. We want our weapons to be up before we jump, too. Ow. Alright. Of course, there's a missile launcher. I always have a missile launcher. Of course it's an Artemis. I mean, you knew it was, but... oh. Oh. Hold on. Crew kill. Wasn't worth much, but it was a crew kill. I'm gonna try to keep him alive. I fully trained his shield, so. Hey! Freaking, I have 3 shields, and you get through them that, or 2 shields. You get through them that quickly, right at the beginning of the fight. That's not cool. The drone is more dangerous than this, because the drone can double fire. This is always firing on a timer. Need a store. I think we're in pirate controlled, though, so, you know, pipe dream and all. Asteroid? Not me, them. Thank you. They have a flak. One of my lasers hit a freaking asteroid. And I took 2 damage from that. We're dead. Okay, we stopped it. One of my freaking projectiles got hit by hit a damn asteroid. Or got hit by. It was aiming for my laser. I need a store badly. Why are they in there? What the actual hell? I mean, it's destroyed. We take 2 hull damage here and we're dead. Fantastic. The run is over. They stopped doing system damage in the other rooms. For I'm not sure what reason, but... The problem is they're going to do system damage here. Oh, we pulled them out of the room because they were suffocating. Nah, there's nothing I can do. The hull damage will kill me from these systems taking damage. That's just frustrating. Quad border in Sector 2, and they board into the clone bay. All right, I'm going to take a brief break from FTL, because that was frustrating, and I'm going to work on that STS run a little bit again. I'm just going to play what feels right tonight, and I understand if you guys are just here for FTL, but, yeah. I'm going to push this Slay the Spire run, and when it's over, we'll go back and do another FTL run. Because this one will probably end shortly. Worry you not. I mean, look at where we are. We're going to heal, but... Champion? Well, I want to see a store. Okay. Well, that gets rid of one artifact. This gets rid of the other 2. Poison will kill him very quickly, so... That's why I want to see a store. I need to get rid of that. And I have 600 gold, so... You know, multiple reasons, as it were. Poison. Very good for that particular enemy. The Blur. Blur's a great card. Dude. Not that. He has 48 health, which means he'll kill the other one when he dies. He wouldn't kill him. Well, I mean, he would if he'd taken any damage, but... so much damage right away, and regret's not helping. Again, going to the store for a reason. Just need to focus damage here and get him to pop. The problem is we're taking so much damage. Holy crap, man. And he's not taking much, which means when he starts to flee, I'm not going to be able to kill him anyway. Which is probably going to be this turn. Okay. What is with the damage? I'd have been happier if they started to flee already. I really need this to hit this guy at least twice. Of course it didn't. Depends on how much he buffs for and what I draw. So it's 6 block? 11 for him, though. Are you kidding me? He gets away with 1 health. That is absolute bullshit. All that fight did was cost me all my HP for nothing. And gold. It cost me 70-something gold. That is very annoying. Sadistic nature. Terror. There's a damn curse. I almost removed a regular strike. The problem with this path is it puts me into an elite, and there's no way to rest between me and that elite, so probably run over is the reality that we're facing. I'm already taking 5 damage here. See, we'll be back to FTL in no time, because this game doesn't want to be cooperative either. I guess I reduced that because of Tori. So. But now I just take a shit ton of damage. Maddening the amount of just full-on attack turns that they keep having. What is this draw? Absolute garbage. Just healed all the damage I did on the previous turn, plus an additional damage. Look at that, we're dead. Alright. I'm gonna do one STS run, like, I'm gonna do one more run, since that was basically over when we started it, and then we'll go back to FTL. I appreciate you guys hanging out for some Slay the Spire and FTL. FTL just frustrated me on that first run, so... And I'm always going to play what's, you know, right there in my mind. Not quite enough to kill him on the first turn. Also, he doesn't have the most health. He does. I'm bad at these games right now. Catalyst. Inevitably, because I have 2 poison cards, it'll be like, hey, here's a really cheap Shiv card. Always happens. Every single time. Basically without fail. It won't kill him. He'll have 1 health. But he dies and kills the little one because he blows up from corpse explosion. Pick a side, game. Or at least give me the cards that work well into both. Which, it's early in the run, so that could very well happen, but... Blocked all the damage and get him hurt. No reason to double it, but there's no reason not to. The fight's over. No. I'm healthy. I'm going after the elite. Fight's over. That was a good combo. It worked out just enough damage, so... I probably shouldn't skip that, but... Gross. I don't have enough poison to kill him with just poison unless I use this, which I might, but... I'll need to wait till I have Corpse Explosion in hand. And Catalyst, preferably, which I just cycled, obviously. Well, next turn we'll have Corpse Explosion. Maybe we'll get Catalyst as well. Let's put the shivs in the deck. I might draw all of them when I need defenses and get pissed about it, but that's a problem for me in a minute. Hey, there we go. Yeah, like that. That's good damage. Almost. I'd have preferred to draw an attack, obviously, instead of the 2 defense, because he'd be dead and I wouldn't have taken that damage, but he is dead now. And that's really the most important part. Useless. Well, there's accuracy. Where's that corpse explosion? Oh, that's right. That buffs his attack. It's fine. Could have used this, actually, and maybe even finished the fight. Fight's over. Okay. I don't want to have to rest again, so hopefully I can forge. Ancient tea set. Alright. Let's go. Wait till I have a blade dance in hand. Although 3 strikes might have been worth the... I mean, he's vulnerable for 3 turns. Yeah, I should have absolutely used that right away. I didn't even see who the boss is. Okay. Yeah, only problem was that was both my blade dances. I'm gonna do this. Like I said, I want to keep my health up. Well, we start with accuracy, so... And another one. Double accuracy, double blade dance, I think is better than 1 accuracy, triple blade dance. It's a lot of damage potential. High accuracy. Well, we're going to have to rest again, almost certainly, but... Well, we just focus all our damage here. Try to get him to pop and kill the louse. They're gonna both be attacking big, and I'm weakened. He's not attacking, though, so... I lied. Nice. Deadly Poison is tempting because of what it stacks with, but Alchemize is just really hard to pass up. So I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to rest here because I'm going to fight this other elite after the store, and then I'm going to hope I can forge here, and I'll forge Alchemize. So it's either elite and then blah, or store, elite, rest. So this gives me a store and an elite, so just makes more sense. Noxious Fumes, for sure. Terror. I'm kind of more Shiv than Poison, even with what I just bought. Alright, I'll call that good. Another knob. Ancient tea set being good here. 12 block. What a miserable draw against this particular enemy. Maybe I should have used the block potion. Yeah, it would have blocked the attack, that attack entirely. I don't think that would have made that much of a difference, though. I'll use it here since I've got no other block. It's worth it more than the... Yeah, because it puts him at 10, which means... Okay, Blade Dance would have done it anyway, but yeah. Too much damage. No, fruit juice helps a little. I don't have a lot of discards, but... I guess I'm resting. Alright. Good start. I don't need to use this, I don't think. So we'll save it. Sure. It's free. We'll take some damage, but we're on Ascension 4, so we'll actually heal to full after this fight. Oh, I should have guarded, though. Like, it's fine. Probably. Yeah, he gets pushed by the poison even if I don't do anything to him here. Obviously, I'm still going to. Kill him straight up. Yeah, I think in Venom with the shivs, burst is great. I already have an alchemize, and we're more shiv heavy than otherwise, so I'll go philosophers. I think it's better than busted crown. Champion again if we get there. Store right away. I do have a decent amount of gold. Another store on the right. Sure, let's do that. Oh. Corpse Explosion's been more useful than I expected in a couple of the fights that had multiple enemies, but otherwise it's just a really inefficient card when you're just facing like one enemy and want some poison. That'll work. I don't have enough defenses in the deck, so I guess I'll be a little smart. Try to be a little smart there. Corpse Explosion. I was just talking about you. Dash is a good card, though. It's on sale. poison would be better here. Well, either I'll draw some poison or the shivs might be strong enough with the double accuracy to punch through this armor quicker. Shield quicker. Armor, shield, same damn thing. That only goes for unblocked damage, so it's not really going to help me here, but... we did get through this very quickly. Not all of it. It's not gone yet, but it's damn close. Was one off. Did that work how I'm expecting it to? No, it goes on the next turn. I took way too much damage there. That's damage at the beginning of my turn. I should have just guarded. But I'm stupid and bad at the game. Bye! It's the only problem with not... Sure. Drink this, take that. I need to use these. I have catalyzed. Duplicate a card in your deck. Catalyst? Envenom would be too heavy, I think. Noxious Fumes is not bad. Noxious Fumes might be the one. Backflip and Dash are both tempting, too, though. More defense. No, my gut is Noxious. That's what I'm going to go with. Not enough accuracy? I agree, but... oh, damn it. Wasted some damage. I said I needed to drink one anyway, because... so I wasted 4 damage off the first 2 shivs. Mostly doing that for block. To get 10 additional block, because that's a lot of damage. And I don't have that much health. Just barely. Terror would have been smart to use there first, but I just barely got the damage in anyway, so. I have a Tactician that's doing me no good, so I'm not going to take a second one. No, deck's getting too big. Well, if I want to see the store, I got to go right. So, either way, there's an elite and then a rest behind the elite. If I survive this fight, that is. There's an elite right after this fight, so even if I survive this fight, if I don't survive with enough health, it won't matter. Not looking like I will, but... I know I have the other accuracy there, but... want to get some damage with the poison going. They're both attacking. I'm in not a great spot. Not in a great spot with just him attacking, but what are you going to do? 5 regions, really good to get right now. Stop healing, you bitch! I could have blade danced, but if he dies, she dies. Alright, we got there for this fight. Now we just gotta get through the next fight. Can we do it? Maybe. That was a good draw. Both of those, very good for what's happening in this fight. Ah, freaking use the strength potion, you idiot. You freaking absolute idiot that I am. At this point, I'm not going to use it for just the strike, and I may not get another opportunity where it makes sense, because I'm probably dead. Yeah. I'm going to die because I didn't use it. Alright. Using it wouldn't have made any difference, so... Okay. Alright. Let's get back to some FTL. STS ain't gonna be any nicer to me tonight, so... It's a Kestrel night. I've only got one crew signed up right now. Snack fridge. In. Let's go. Orange Crush. Starts very strong with 4 basic lasers, but basic lasers are basic. They basically suck. Teeve. Let's get you in there. Once you can get off, you know, you have to transition. The good thing is it gives you 4 weapon power, which is the bigger benefit than the weapons that it starts with, is the weapon power. Sure. See these 2 jumps? Defend the outpost, it's a double reward chance. You run up here. You run up here. Yes, I'm letting the Mantis repair that. Okay. Double reward. Not a huge one, but it's halfway to the second shield bubble. I'll go through the nebulas. I will stipulate that the nebulas could be worth something. That's good. Got us a NG. Reject their offer. Just wanted to spread it, or, you know, spread the love around the rooms. No. Okay. They got no shields to hold me down. I was gonna open this water earlier, and I never got to it because my hand hurt too bad to freaking turn the cap. Ow! Of course they still hit me. Fuck, that hurt. Put the cap on her, or else I will knock it over, and that will be bad. This nebula shows me these jumps, and then we come back through to the exit. Hoping to see a store. Not manually search. Fucking hell, I'm gonna lose a crew here. Bye, Olsen. When I said a minute ago no, it was no, I'm not gonna upgrade piloting because I won't be able to get my second shield bubble. It's a 50-50 to lose crew there if you don't have the piloting. I can suffocate this crew if I can keep them... No, I need to hit all of the hits and then see. I have to kill him or get it to where he cannot go back into the weapon room because of fire or something like that. Double fire might do it, actually. Not if... No one is on piloting, and 2 of the shots miss. Really? This kills him. Now we just do this. Or we wait till the fire does it, but... Okay, now they will suffocate. Suffocation, no... Actually, no, they will unless the fire can spread through these walls. Which I don't know if it can, but they'll take 2 hull damage when these 2 rooms go down. But weapons has already been damaged. So they'll have 1 hull left, and then they should just suffocate out. It doesn't look like it can spread through the walls since there's not a door there, or else it would. And I guess that makes sense because you don't see it spread like that otherwise. His air's getting spicy. He's breathing that spicy oxygen. Double reward. So we know that's not a store. That could be, but... it could be, but... What is with the empty jumps? Probably not going to be able to get a crew kill here because fires won't do it, and he's got enough health to repair the O2 easily. If he's occupied with the fires and the O2 goes down, maybe. Quampa, what's going on? Good to see you. That occupies him to repair this while O2 is draining out of the system. I can hit him 4 more times. That way he has to stay in here longer. He'll never repair this in time with the fact that it's been draining this whole time and he's taken health damage from the double fires. I don't care if this is up. I don't want this up. Don't think I can get the crew kill. It's going to take too long for them to suffocate. They'll have this back up. Yeah. The Burst Laser 2 stays up. That's too risky for damage. If it wasn't a rock crew there, maybe. Unless it was like an Engie, and obviously it would have been harder then. There was no diving here because the right side doesn't connect to the exit. Alright. This is gonna hurt. Especially when it hit a systemless room. They have 1 shield bubble. They dodged 3 shots. Thank you, game, for that brilliance. Double reward. We'll get into the next sector before we buy our shield upgrade, because we may see a store right away, and we have a lot of scrap. All right. Civilian. I ain't going to rock. Unless I have to. There's a store right away, and I have to go to it. You know what that feels like, fellas? It feels like winning. Our weapon system got a lot better. I could keep basic lasers to tag them in, but I closed these doors. Why is there no air? They're not in the med bay. They're in the shield room, and I'm an idiot. I'm like, what is happening there? Oh, you're right. And there's another airlock there. Still, they had him in the wrong damn room. I'm just that bad. I figured it out. Well, it took me until they were almost suffocated, and how I just did not see that door that I know is there. Gotta love a, you know, boarding event with no reward. I'll come back to that store. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, we'll figure it out. That's a rock. It took him forever to go through the door. That's a human, I think. Not gonna get a crew kill. Yeah, that's a rock. Okay. Another boarding event with no damn reward. And they're indoors. Ha, indoors. And in O2. Okay. Where are you going? Yeah, especially ones that give you nothing for them. No scrap, no supplies. Just, fuck you, take crew damage. At least this gave me some reward. Close the doors. Holy dumbass I am. Only you made it through? Yeah, I'll just kill you. Let my O2 stabilize here a little bit. Let it stabilize a little bit more. That's a potential double reward. Automated ship to get to the station. Can't really hurt us easily unless this bomb hits shields. Which it won't. Little double. Little double rewardo. Can't buy hacking, unfortunately. But we get back into the green. We sell that anti-whatever drone. I didn't see if it was anti-personnel or boarding. It was anti-personnel. Boarding sells for a lot more. No. Can't get rid of that much fuel right now. Okay. All right. Of course. At least we hit it. Problem is their FTL is charging, and all I've done so far is 1 damage to weapons. Okay, that's a little better. Got it before it shot. Oof. Just barely delayed it, but as soon as they repair, basically the moment they repair, they're gone. So I'm going to wait for Burst Laser 2, and then I'm just going to smash their piloting. All right. That was lucky. Not bad. Old knife hands tried to run in there to help repair, but of course it was already done. Storage cache. Another double reward. Potential. I won a Vulcan run the other day on Rock B, of all things. I think it was the Rock B one. I guess Zoltan controlled. I'm not going to use the Vulcan here. We're just going to sell it when we can. Right here. Maybe get us something like cloaking. Is there another store? No. Hacking? Yeah. Means I won't be able to get cloaking if I do come across it, but... Well, not like immediately. I'm gonna do this. Because I'm gonna hit both these nebulas. There's only 2 jumps, but... I should really go to my med bay and heal. All right. Well, we didn't get through their shield just yet. We didn't get through it there either. And we won't get through it now because we're firing 40% less projectiles. Of course. Right here. Nope. Just wait on the burst laser 1, so. We finally did some damage to their ship. So what does their missile do? It breaches us. Fantastic. You wanted to make me submit to your profiling. Submit to my ass whooping. Give me that scrap. Wasn't worth it, but. Okay, that's all dead ends. Like, this all just has to come back up. So we'll go here, 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 and then over. Double shield, triple laser. Don't stand in your med bay for that reason. I'm going to hack piloting to ensure that I hit here. Beautiful. That's level 3? It's crazy. There'll be 1 health after this volley. And they'll be dead after this one. Another store. Okay. We'll go down and back up to it. Try to make some more scrap before we get to it. No. I'm just not sitting on enough fuel, and I have no use currently. Well, I have some use for the drone parts, but I have 10. Empty jump. So that basically is 2 empty jumps in a row when I'm trying to make scrap to go to the store. 3 empty jumps in a row when I'm trying to make scrap to go to the store. Can you not, game? Like, really? How many freaking empty jumps in a row? Empty, 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 store, empty. Goodness. This might suck if it's abandoned, but what's gonna suck more is if I'm here and this is like slug home abandoned. At least I have a green option here, so I think I'm gonna go to the bottom. Yeah, put all the stores right at the front when I have no scrap. That is infuriating. That's why I was supposed to heal myself first. Now they're locked out of piloting for a moment. Okay, they didn't flee, so. They tried. They didn't get to. Problem is, there's only a couple things I would buy right now, and most of them are expensive, and these stores are all crammed right at the front of this sector. I also need to be working on getting my shield, so I'm skipping these first two stores to try to go to the next one. But we're going into Sector 5 when I should be getting 3 shields, but I feel like I'm behind because of so many empty jumps. Intervene and defend the outpost could be double reward, so... Oh, just punched my mic. Apologies. Okay, that made up for a bit. I'll check these 2 nebulas. See if we get lucky. Have your pilot carefully explored the debris? No. They can't hurt me. If all they have up is halberd beam, they can't hurt me. So if I never hit anything but piloting, they'll never shift their power. And they'll never be able to hurt me. So if you attack a room that has power tied to it, weapons, shields, engines, O2, anything, they'll shift that power, and we saw that they had up to 3 shields, I think, and they have another weapon. So if I just continually hit a room that doesn't have power, they'll never shift around, and I'll be okay. This also has the added benefit, that the most likely thing for them to do in this situation is attempt to flee. If I'm continually attempting, at least, to keep piloting down, they can't do that. Or at least they'll be exceptionally delayed. They also don't have a med bay, so the fact that they're getting killed or nearly killed while boarding me means they're not going to be able to withstand getting hit if they're standing and piloting. And they won't board again now. They've boarded twice, so. I'm guessing there's a fire or something in here because they're avoiding it. They ran down here. They're not repairing this. And if that's the case, okay, I was wrong. I thought maybe the one who boarded went down, and that's what I saw. See, they're trying to flee now. But now they've come off their weapon, so I'm going to come off shields and get my other weapon online. And I'm not going to let them flee. So I'm going to hack. It'll delay their repair. And ensure that this volley hits. And it'll kill this crew. Worth it to secure the kill, I think. Bit late for that, friend. All right. If I get lucky, this jump could give me enough for cloaking, which this store might have. It's a lot of ifs, ands, mights, and buts, but... there's a fight. I need some way to get rid of these missiles, jeez. I don't know if I have enough. At least one fire in there, and it sounds like there's two. Yeah. It's annoying. Of course it hit. Just chip damaging. Just getting one damage in here and there, but it adds up and is really annoying. Let our R2 get back up while he repairs this. I've got enough if they have cloaking. They don't. Don't think I'm justifying buying another weapon, so... I'll go towards my third shield bubble, I suppose. You know, like the one they have. Damn. We both hacked piloting, huh? Okay, took down the dangerous weapon. Two shield bubbles down. This piloting got sniped by an asteroid. Get wrecked! You're not going anywhere. The asteroid belt said so. Asteroid Bell was, "You're not running! There's no running in baseball." Actually, there's a lot of running in baseball, but you get the joke. Attack the Parati. Why is he in my door room? Get out of my door room, you stupid Mantisus. I'm glad we landed a hit, I suppose. How am I? Okay, I'm not losing it, but damn, it was close. He tried to kill me. I mean, of course he did, but, I mean, he got close. I wonder what their other crew member is. Too hard to get a crew kill here with Burst Laser 2 opposite me. Kind of hard to tell how long those repairs are taking, mostly because I wasn't paying attention, but that repaired quickly. This tells me that might be an NG. Of course it hit. All right. Well, there's not much room, and there's no dive here. There's not even a chance. The exit's technically the furthest thing to the right. O2 hack is not great. It's only level 1, though, so we can deal with that. It felt like one of my weapons just did not fire there. I mean, it had to have, I guess, but I guess it just hit so poorly it felt like it didn't. We've got enough shields down. I'm going to try to get piloting down. Come on. Alright, game. Stop with the spice. Just chill. So, I finally was able to get a grocery order put in, and it'd been 32 days since I ordered groceries last. So, it was down to the, back of the pantry, bottom of the freezer. And everything in my grocery order was, budget-conscious choices. I'm not rich, never gonna be, don't care to be. And I've been eating better, but that's meant, and that has meant more whole ingredients, less processed stuff. I don't think processed food is bad. I just think that it tends to be able to sneak in more of the things that you don't want to have in excess. Sugar, salt, fat, etc. So, in my entire grocery order, there were like 3 or 4 processed things. And that's not bragging. That's just, I've been working very hard, and I've talked about it a lot here on stream, on just reframing my relationship with food. And it was like, I got a small bag of chips to have with, like, lunch once in a while. Just one small treat like that. And then, I got all the normal stuff. Produce, eggs, milk, cheese, butter, sandwich stuff, chicken, breasts and drumsticks, and like canned tuna, canned chicken, canned beans, rice, pasta, all the stuff to make all my food. And I got the one small bag of chips, and then the only other thing I got that was like an indulgent purchase was I just got a small thing of vanilla ice cream. Just something sweet. It was the only sweet thing in my entire grocery cart. And it's the one thing they didn't deliver. It's the least necessitous thing in the order, right? All the other stuff is like food I need for meals. The ice cream was the one, like, indulgent food purchase that I don't need physically. But mentally, I wanted one sweet treat to have. And of all the items in the entire grocery order, the one thing they forgot is the damn ice cream. And I can't just get it delivered or reorder it again because it's like a $35 minimum for order. And it was like a $3 thing of ice cream. Just beyond irritating. And if history repeats itself and I don't find a way to make a little more money, it could be another month before I order groceries again. So before I have a chance to get anything sweet again. Very annoying. So that's my minor inconvenience of the day. So frustrating. Well, that gives me 5 hacking parts. That's not bad. Okay, but here's the thing, Bogu. Getting the ice cream, and I see the Kappa face, but getting the ice cream is part of taking care of myself, because here's the secret, at least for me, I can eat healthy or clean. Clean eating is a fucking stupid. If there's no dirt on my food, it's clean. Clean food, no. I'm not eating like a fitness mogul or a bodybuilder or anything. I'm just finally trying to eat with a little more, I've said it before, attention and intention. A little bit of attention and a whole lot of intention. But that also means occasionally having something I really want. But I enjoy every meal I eat, which I couldn't have said 6 months ago. And they're far better meals for me. And that's probably part of why I enjoy them, because not only are they good, enjoyable, tasty food, but it actually gives my body what it needs. But part of continuing to be able to do that is having stuff I enjoy that's not strictly good for me. Like a little bit of ice cream or a small bag of chips to split with, you know, lunches over the course of multiple weeks. If all I did was, you know, white knuckle my way through my meals to try to get to a cheat day or a cheat meal, even less than a full day, just one cheat meal every week or so, I would absolutely hate that. I think it's far better for me, personally, my approach, to eat 80% foods that support my nutritional goals very well, and 20% stuff that I just want to enjoy. Because you're not just feeding your body with the food you take in. You have to feed your emotions, you have to feed your mental state, and tasty, indulgent treats are a big part of feeding the non-physical parts of yourself. It also goes into the physiology of yourself. Feeding yourself with those little things helps keep you emotionally or hormonally stable and emotionally stable. And that has a feedback loop to how your physical health is. I'm neophyte in this. Take everything I say simply as the words of someone who, after 38 years of not knowing how to eat properly and show up for myself even in the slightest, is only just learning how to do it. I don't know shit. I'm just sharing what's working for me so far. I don't own a scale right now, mostly because I don't have the extra income to even spend $10 on a cheap scale. So I don't know how much weight I've lost, but I know I've lost weight, and I didn't start this in order to lose weight. I started it just to finally try to get a grasp on some of the things in my life that I didn't have any control over. My migraines have been present still, but less severe, and I would say less frequent. Probably in large part because I haven't been stressing all the time. And I haven't been riding a roller coaster of blood sugar crashing and spiking because of the types of food I was eating lots of. I don't know. It's working for me. So we have a potential double reward here with a storage cache. But I wanted that damn ice cream. And that's the one damn thing they didn't deliver. And I was very annoyed about that. And I don't know when I'll be able to get, like I said, last time it was a month between grocery orders. And the reality is, what I got probably won't last me a month. I might get 3 weeks out of the groceries I was able to afford to buy today, but I'm going to need to bridge the gap somehow. I basically had to shop for groceries and try to keep enough in my account to pay at least the first half of my phone bill that'll come out in a couple days, and my internet, which will come out at the end of the month, but before my next payday. And I paid the water. So that's how tight the budget is right now. But that's my thing. That's just what I gotta roll with. Not a weapon I intend to use, but it's there. Mantis controlled. This feels like a really shitty way to get into that, but on that note, if you look way up there in the top of the screen, I guess I should have positioned this better, and I copied it over from a different layout. You see the thing moving on the screen? There is a coffee goal going right now, just a donation goal. It's been a rough year, and I'm just trying to keep the financial boat from tipping over on me, so anyone who is in a position and would feel like they want to contribute more than just viewing the stream and hanging out, if you want to, the link is there to the coffee account, and it would mean a lot to me, but no one should ever feel obligated. And the most important thing is you guys just being able to tune in and hang out, and by watching and viewing, and those of you who are subscribers, that makes a big difference, and I can't thank you enough for that. So I don't expect I'm gonna sell these drone parts, but nah. I'll do that. 50 scrap I'll take. Now I can get that and still be within striking distance of cloaking once I sell this. At least it's only 2 Mantis. The number one reason I would actually like to be able to ensure that, besides the obvious of making sure the lights in the water don't go off, but I would love to be in a position to actually buy some Christmas presents for family this year. That'd be good. I wouldn't feel like quite so much of a scumbag if I could do that. So, here's hoping. I'm gonna go here and route into this side of the sector. I don't know, I got a feeling about this distress. The feeling was wrong. The feeling was wrong!
New donation from Damo Suzuki for $10.
Thank you so much, Damo Suzuki, for that very generous $10 donation. It means far more than you can fathom. It really does. Thank you so much. I guess that's another benefit of paying a little more attention to my grocery budget is $10 goes a lot further than it used to. So I realized today, though, I finally had groceries in after, like the last probably full week of my meals were down to the last couple things I had in the freezer. I wasn't going to starve. I had some canned goods and rice and dry pasta and stuff and, some instant ramen in the pantry, my fallbacks. But there wasn't really much decision making on what I was going to have each day to eat because there really wasn't that, it's not like I had a whole lot of choices. And now that I have groceries in the house, I don't know what I'm going to eat tonight. It's like analysis paralysis, decision fatigue on, I don't know what to choose now. Like, I actually have food in the house. What am I supposed to... I don't know. That's a good problem to have for the moment, so... Far better than the opposite. And I count myself extremely blessed to have... that I had a little bit left in the pantry, because... I mean, even when I grew up, there were times that, you know... It was pretty scary. You know, food wasn't a guarantee. I don't think that I ever really went hungry, or at least not that I consciously recall. And my mom busted her ass for everything we did have. But there are a lot of people out there who have a lot less than me, even. And, you know, that's why every year I try to take part in... I try to do some little fundraisers and charities. They're going to get away because this didn't do enough damage. I'm going to jump first, because there's no point not to. Every year, I try to do a couple charity fundraisers for various foundations, and then 2 years we've taken part in Thankmas, and I look to do it again this year as soon as I know the information on when it's going to happen. It usually happens in the first 2 weeks of December, and on one of those years, they did World Central Kitchen was the charity of support, and that was really cool to be able to, you know, take part in that. So our little community has shown up every time we've done that in a big way, and I'm extremely proud of everyone here. And I just wish that I could do more to, you know, directly give to charities and stuff like that. So when I have the opportunity to do little fundraisers, that's me leveraging what tiny little presence I have on the internet here to be able to benefit those who have less than I do, even. And it matters a lot to me. So yeah, I don't know the information on Thankmas for this year, because when I checked 3 or 4 days ago, we hadn't gotten the updated info for what was going to be, like, dates or charity of support this year. Yeah, Snack Fridge, you did indeed. We're getting mauled by this drone right now because, thank you, yes! That was awesome. I will take this just to get this fight to be done. They were almost dead, but that reward is worth it. So yeah, as soon as I know the date and stuff for Thankmas, and also, I probably have to, you know, my mom had asked me if I was coming for Thanksgiving, and I hadn't decided yet, but I think I'm most likely going to be here and streaming, so that's next Thursday. Not this Thursday 2 days from now, but next Thursday, the 27th, is Thanksgiving here in the U.S., but I will most likely be streaming that day. For those of you who aren't doing something on that day or have to work or don't have someone to go spend, you know, no family or friends to spend the day with, we'll have just a little Thanksgiving stream here. Play some games and hang out, and because this stream is one of the most, you know, one of the things in my life that I am most thankful for. And so if I can spend that day being thankful for it right here with you guys, that's what I'm going to do. We're both hacking piloting, huh? Ugh. Ugh. Oh, stupid gosh. Okay, we got the missile down. We fired slightly faster than them because of our weapons training, so... Hold on. Wait for burst laser 2. I wanted to take this down, but it didn't happen. The missile launcher is up, but I think I get my volley in before it fires. And we should hit pretty well. I only have 25% evasion. Not well enough. Maybe I should have taken a surrender there because that's going to fire. Maybe we'll dodge it. Maybe we'll get our shot off before it fires. Oh! That's annoying. Like, as it fired, we're firing. Okay. Pretty low on hull. We're in Mantis controlled. We might not find a store. I probably should have just hacked weapons there, but... I don't want to risk losing a crew. Well, we found a store, so at least we can repair. We're not going to die right away. No, we're not gonna die tonight. No follow-up store immediately. Shows me all the jumps to the right and the one above me so I can see if there's another store. Nice. I don't have that many hacking parts, but... I don't want this glaive beam hitting me. Wow, the drone soaked a shot, so this glaive beam's gonna get a shot off. That's troll. Oh, we have 3 shields, not 2. I don't care about the glaive beam suddenly. Unless this ion takes the shield down. Yeah, now I care, but... I'm gonna wait for my hacking, and I'm gonna smash this. And the glaive beam's still up. We're gonna have our shield up before it fires, though. So we'll block it again. Yeah, I need to try to get their shields down. This is gonna be a fight where we're probably gonna take some damage at some point because it's all Engie, so they just repair too quickly. Oh, we got their shields down 2 bubbles, though. Oh, they got 1 back up. Alright. So no chance of it hurting us now for 27 plus seconds. %20 evasion. We didn't hit shit. We hit their shield bubble a couple times, but that doesn't help. And hitting piloting's not really going to make much of a difference because there's an Engie in there. He's just going to repair it. Might as well. That defense drone has defended them despite the fact that I'm not firing any missiles because it has soaked laser shots twice. Well, I might as well see if these jumps are stores since we know none of those are. Distress. Well, welcome to the crew and goodbye, Aisha. I tried for the giant alien spiders and the mantis did not hack it. I feel like a Mantis crew should be a blue reward, you know, a blue option on giant alien spiders. That's basically what they are, is giant alien spider. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to upgrade my hacking since 3 shields are the standard now. There's a fire in there, I think. That human is winning a fight against my mantis. Hit any damn thing there. Hey, Dive Bomber, good to see you. A human winning against Mantis, how they recruit Ripley, right? So, the guy on piloting isn't going to repair the O2. The O2 is draining from that room while this human beats through 2 doors to get over there. And no one is repairing weapons. Or it's a Mantis repairing weapons, I'm not sure, but... like, I'm trying to see if there's going to be a crew kill that comes off here. Because currently I'm in no danger from their weapons. I should have gotten him. That was stupid of me. I should have gotten him all the way to the shield room. I should have opened the door so that he had to come through 2 doors again. But this room can't have much air in it at this point. Because he already had to spend the entire time repairing it after getting through the 2 doors before. But if he does get it repaired, then there's no crew kill. Yeah, he got it repaired. And right at the end, they get the other laser up and land a Screw you, game. Just straight screw you. That is such bullshit. Oof. It's a store, a glorious store with cloaking for sale and a heavy laser. I'll buy that heavy laser at the store. Okay, nice. It's a sun. I don't like fighting in the sun. Even with a heavy laser and my cloaking, I don't like it. It's not fun to fight in the sun. They have an ion drone, and that's not cool. You guys totally suck. That burst laser 2 took forever to charge that last section of its... Okay, we shut it down, which was the goal. Send the NG to go help repair the breach afterwards. I can cloak this, so... Why I didn't need to go after weapons so directly at first. And it takes my hacking out. Screw you! Keep them from sending another ion drone at us, because I just don't need that in my life. Ooh, they got a lot of fires go. Well, not a lot of fires going, but damn it, they got that repaired. How did I know? It's like he knows. Like this cat. He reads minds. Let's Nebula. I will make that trade. All these missiles, and I got nothing to do with them. Oof. I'll fight for the right to party. They don't have any shields, so I can actually shoot their weapons indiscriminately here. They might power mind control, but... I'm thinking no. Ow! When you shoot me like this, and when I shoot you like I miss you like that. Your evasion's not high, but I never land those shots. Yes, the singing is terrible tonight. I've gotten like 3 hours sleep the last 2 nights, and it's been a long time. It's been a couple months since my sleep was this erratic. And I don't know what woke me up. That's the more frustrating thing is I got to bed at a decent hour, certainly at least compared to recently, and then was woken up like 3 hours later, and I could not get back to sleep. And I had to get groceries done today, so I didn't want to sleep away the day and lose my opportunity. And when I'm that tired, the karaoke just is that much worse. So enjoy it. Breach, they cannot repair their weapons now. So we are in 0 danger from this moment forward because they can't do anything about their weapons. Automated ships cannot repair a breach. All right. Nice double reward. They're gonna board. Kill them in the shield room. Kill them in the shield room. I can cloak this weapon, so I'm gonna smash their shields with this volley. Like that. Irritating. There's some fires going in there for sure. Oh, I can't cloak that. Like, the cloaking was coming up as it was hitting me. Irritation. That's the second Vulcan we've seen this run, but we sold the other one. We're probably going to sell this one. I know I could have had 2, but I wouldn't have made it this far if I hadn't sold the other one. Yep. I basically have to dive to make enough out of this sector, so that's what I'll do. No breach. MC's down. There's a lower, like the bass track essentially to this. It's the the only thing present at the beginning of the sound, the song, and it's right underneath. and it's bringing something to my mind, a soundtrack from a game, but I'm trying to place what game it is. I think it's a Nintendo game, like NES. Nintendo being like the original NES system, not the company. Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2 for the NES. It's like the second or third stage. That's the soundtrack it brought to my mind. Completely random, but I need another store. Thank you. I didn't even get to finish saying it, and there it is. Okay, so we're gonna have a full dive here. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dive. So see both stores and multiple extra jumps because all this room is behind the. Ah! It's the third Vulcan I've seen this run. I can't use them, though. I'll buy that heavy laser and get that online. What sector are we in? 6? I'm not gonna buy long-range scanners. It's probably still worth it value-wise, but... No. You only have 2 shields here, sir. This is not going to go how you want it to. What'd I tell you? Oh my goodness, their O2 room is Neo from the Matrix. It just dodged every damn thing. Hold up. Wait a minute. If I can kill these 2 crew... Especially this NG. If this NG dies, I don't think they can... Oh, they're gonna flee, though. Hold on, let's see what happens. The NG's dead. Damn it. There's a shield bubble up. An idiot. You stay here. No, stay here. If this goes out of air... Where are they going to try to go? Just to piloting once the air's out. I don't know if he'll get this in time. Yeah, he can't do that, but he's going to go to piloting. So I'm going to lock him. I'm going to shoot this. And then I'm going to kill the Zoltan. He got it up, and it's healing. That's level 2, at least. So it's going to out-heal the suffocation. If I had hacked the med bay, I could have killed him. But he would have... Because he's just going to run back here. Oh! Got him! I knew I was going to have the crew kill. It's calculated the whole time perfectly. Never had any doubt. Ooh. All right, we still got all of Sector 7. We've got the weapons, we've got cloaking, we've got hacking, so it's just a matter of filling in the extra scrap and putting it in the right place, and not dying along the way. So let me take 4 hull damage, but it was worth it. Oh, and this is a store. That's right. We did this path on purpose. I don't have to... I knew that. Automated reloader's probably worth it. Not probably. It is. Okay. Let's dive. They don't have boarding, which is great. Do not cloak the missile, you need to cloak the ASB. I'm saying it out loud so my dumbass knows. It's unfortunate that it stunned him too, but... because that slows down our charge. I got the missile and the flak, and then the ASB still hit me. What's the point? Got it! I'm going rebel controlled. I just need scrap, more control, more scrap and rebel controlled. Let's do it. Attack the automated ship to get the storage cache. Ka-ching. I'm gonna hack shields. No breach and didn't take the missile down. I got 40% evasion though. Easy. Easy dodge. Watch this. Bank left, dodge. Son of a bitch. Okay, and it breached, so they have no weapons now. Forever and ever. I ain't got no shields either. Get wrecked! You stupid automated piece of hunk of junk. Yeah, you're a piece of hunk of junk. That's right. You're not even a piece of junk or a hunk of junk. You're both. A piece of a hunk of junk. Nice double reward. Best offense is a good offense. That's my motto. We're relatively low on hacking parts, so we should be mindful of that. So I cloaked the little missile, banking on my shots landing enough to take down the big missile, and they did, but the little missile's still up now. That's not ideal, but... especially because it got its shot off again, and caused a double fire in my hacking. Of course. All day today, it's been nothing but double fires from little missiles. Oh. Ooh. Hooah. Sorry. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight and enjoying some FTL. A little bit of STS as well, as we did some training, and then took a break between the two FTL runs to do a little STS. Just having some fun with some of our favorite roguelikes tonight. It's been a blast. Thank you for spending that time here with me. Hopefully, I've entertained you. Just dodge everything, why don't you? Still alive? Inconceivable. You keep using that word. Gonna think it means what you think it means. Get this in before the overcharge gets Get out of my oxygen room! Don't know what I'm cloaking, but I cloaked the shit out of it. Better believe that. Their weapons are actually, like, really bad. Double fire is excellent there. They do have a repair drone, though. That fire keeps propagating. They're not having fun. I might be able to get a crew kill here. Oof, the drone soaked the shot that would have killed him. We got that guy. It's a lot of fuel, but I'm okay. I can't kill this guy. There's only 3 hull on the ship, so we'll just kill the whole ship. So I can kill him, I just can't kill him without killing the ship, is maybe the clearer way to give that info. He can die, but the ship die with him. Lead them to their destination. It's a store! I found a store in rebel-controlled space. That's pretty cool. Not sure if I should buy that mind control. Still need 4 shields. And 3 hacking. But I'm not sure. Guess I'll buy it. Okay, I do have this backup battery, I just never use it, so, but I will try. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be a double dive, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. New. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 5. This doesn't connect to the exit. I need to be here on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dive. I'm glad I just repaired at the store for 3 times as much. Just had to get the damage in. Just had to get the 1 damage in, didn't you, game? Hey, I'm using my backup battery. Who'd have thought? They'd have been dead, but their drone just soaked a heavy laser hit. Okay. Our offense is good. I want a fight to happen, or that. That works. Another store, jeez. Maybe they'll have a second burst laser, too. Maybe they'll have nothing. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Red Zealot! See if we can get you on the crew. So, if you mind control, you have 2 enemy crew on your ship. You mind control one of them, and they're fighting in a room like this. You vent the room. Your crew will then leave the room. But if you close the doors, they'll stay in the room. And if you turn off the O2, the air won't repopulate the room. So they'll sit there and fight in a vacuum. We don't want you to devour the Federation. We are the Federation. We're fighting the rebels. Are you a rebel sympathizer? Are you rebel scum? Highly suspicious, sir. Yeah, in FTL, we actually they subvert the expectation that's so common in media for a good reason, but the rebels are the bad guys, and well, they're the opposition. Bad guys, we're not gonna start arguing that here because that always happens, but they are the antagonists. We're the protagonists, are the Federation, so. Nothing good. Don't need to repair, don't need fuel. I can win without the 4 shields. So if I get it, great. If I don't, I have what I need to win anyway, so. Why did I cloak that? There's gonna be an ASB firing at me. Goodness, I'm dumb. Just dodge it. Save me. No. They were like, no. I would say in most media, the rebels are often shown to be the protagonist because people like sympathizing with the underdogs, and the rebels tend to be seen as the underdogs, even if they necessarily aren't. And generally, you know, the perception within media, at least, and I'm only talking about media, so don't turn this into a real-world conversation, but rebellion is seen as something that is done because those who are being rebelled against are oppressive, tyrannical, evil, whatever the case may be. In this story, just within FTL, not talking about anything past this, just this canon story, the Federation is a federation of... It's a multi-planet, multi-system, multi-species federation. And the rebels are humanists, or you know, xenophobe. They don't want aliens involved in society at all. They are purely human, and they hate anything that's not. So they're rebelling against the Federation because they don't want inclusive, you know, the inclusive nature of the Federation to be the norm. They think that the humans in this contained galaxy are the ones. Now, that may not be the nature of the actual lore. That's mostly taken from snippets of logs, you know, like communication that happens during events in the game, and the fact that every single enemy ship that is a rebel ship is wholly crewed by humans. There are never any other aliens on their crew at all. I would say no, because there's a difference. And the difference is that the aliens wants to rule and enslave humanity, whereas the Federation and FTL has a symbiotic, working, interactive relationship with the alien species, not a hostile, tyrannical, oppressive one in which it eradicates them. So no, it's not the same. The aliens in XCOM are bad. They are evil every single time. Sectoids are basically like Zoltan who have lost their glow because of mean ex-communists, except that sectoids originally were an entirely cloned species made by the Ethereals to simply serve as foot soldiers and low-tier commanders above the other aliens who could not be given the mental capacity to rule themselves because they were degraded so much by the experimentation on them that they were nothing but animalistic. And they then took those horrifying little gray clones and spliced them with human DNA against the will of the humans to create a monstrosity. So, no. Good or bad just depends on what side you're on. No, it doesn't. There's a moral good that has nothing to do with your own ethics. Alright. Their missile just went down. They're not out of missile. Is there a fire maybe in there? Double breach. We're not going to crew kill them with the clone bay, so... Going through the dive just gets me a fight that does me no good, so I might as well try to go this way. And then I'm going to go through a dive anyway, because the game is annoying. Neither of us landed a good hit there. And this is the... Stays up. And hits. Right as they cloak. That was just me being impatient with firing. All right. No, I did. Wow, I clicked wait there because my brain is just not working. All right. I have 2 missiles, but... And it hits my cloak. You piece of Yeah, just do a ton of damage right before the flagship fight, and I have to jump in this state because we're in a dive. Oh my goodness. I won't lose the flagship fight because of the flagship. I'm going to lose the flagship fight because of this nonsense. Every freaking shot. You have got to be kidding me, game. I'm seriously losing this run right here. It's unfortunate. All right, let me stabilize. Hope this misses. We still have a 60% there to dodge, even with engines down. So, of course, it still hits us. This is gonna suck. I don't have a choice but to go in. Sit there getting hit by an ASB all day is not gonna help. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! The only reason they're not dead right now is because the system is broken. If that system had been repaired, they'd be fried. That is stupid luck, essentially. Damn it, that's breached. And we still took a hit. You're an ass, game. Missiles are down. Double fire in there. Mind control him. You go here. You go here. You come this way. Go back to here. Wow, both of those missed. Sure. Oh. Go here. Missiles are down, so I'm gonna keep my ion intact. Go here. They were down. Oh, come on. Okay, we got him down and he left the room. Luck. Okay, I can kill a bunch of crew here. Oh, they punched the doors down too fast. And they're cloaking. My timing is just all off because I had to jump in this fight. Just kind of out of nowhere. Like, unprepared. We're not killing any crew. We're not landing any hits either. Interesting. Wonder if we'll sneak any crew kills in there. It doesn't look like it, and there's not enough hull. I got one. Kill a few more. Hey, that's 3 crew died there. That's, yeah. Okay, we killed more crew than we should have, probably. Oh, that was brutal to start the fight that way. If this medbay had not been broken, then they would have died. Because they were in it when it got hacked. The only reason they didn't die is because it was broken and they couldn't hack it. Crazy. I don't know if I've ever had that happen. Because I normally don't have them standing in the medbay. The only reason they were in it is because we had to jump because we were in a dive where we were getting smashed by an ASB. I don't have a lot of health, though, so this isn't going to be easy. Always wait for the second fight for phase 2 to come to you. It's a good start. So hitting this doesn't take down their drone swarm, but it can stop their boarding drone. And the normal drones, like this beam drone and this defense drone. And that's valuable enough right now. Good phase 2, no damage. We killed a fair bit of crew, but there's still some. Oh. Oh, man. I'm gonna start you on doors. Pursue for phase 3 so that we have the base as a reset point if we need it. We have mind control for countering mind control. Just vent that guy for now. All weapons shooting to get their shields down. We cloak the missiles, not the super weapon. The missiles are more dangerous. Did we really fire and only take one shield off? Jeez. They have no other crew to board with. We killed a lot of crew, it would seem. We got hit so many times by that. I don't think we're going to live here. We have 2 health. Probably not. Okay, their shield is down. I have my cloak. 95%, and we still took one. Missiles are down, but if we get hit by one tick of the super weapon, and our shield is low. Fucking hell, that was so close from going into the flagship fight with like 8 health and half our ship broken. Damn it, that sucks. Good run, but 95% and a missile has to hit us. And the first super weapon volley, I think, did 4 damage to us. Folks, that's going to be where I wrap up for tonight. We only got about 3.5 hours in because I started late because every time I went live, I was hitting an encoding issue. I hope the stream looked okay tonight. I had to change some encoding settings. I didn't drop any frames. I never got any pop-ups for any issues, so hopefully it maintained at least good viewing quality for you guys. We will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so we're going to continue with Warhammer Wednesday. So we've been playing a Total War Warhammer 3. We're currently playing a Nurgle campaign as Kugath. So pop in tomorrow for a nice chill time playing some Warhammer on Warhammer Wednesday. And then Thursday, we'll be continuing our XCOM campaign. And I am planning on tomorrow and Thursday being long streams, going as late as I can. I wanted to go later tonight, but like I said, I got to bed around 3 in the morning and I got woken up at like 6:30 and I could not get back to sleep. So I'm very depleted today and I do apologize, but thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you for enjoying some FTL. Sorry I couldn't deliver a win today. We made it to the flagship, but got in after a really bad dive and yeah, got eaten alive. So you guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you for the good times, good vibes, and good conversations. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time, right here in the Echo, where each and every one of us has a voice. Good night, God bless, be good people, and I'll see you next time. Adios!